7, Upa Escape. There can't be much more to this. One move, 7 weeks. So we haven't looked at technical amount yet. So when would we go for technical amount? So we looked at in week 1, maybe I put a hand on the collar. Carl tied it up, okay. And then when he was getting his angle by putting his ear on his shoulder, and when he bridged, I could post with his hand, but now he kept bridging 2 feet then 1 foot, and he lost the position. So, I also have a foot. So not only can I post with that, as Carl bridges, I can put my foot out, okay? Now I wouldn't want to keep it here, because now Carl can go into deep half and start playing all sorts of things. So to keep it safe, okay, as he bridges me and turns more onto the side, I bring it in tight. Good rule of thumb is any time the person on the bottom is on their side, we want to go to technical mount or T-mount, whatever you want to call it. If Carl got back onto this back, I wouldn't want to leave this one out, because now you can bring the knee inside or an arm inside. Okay, so if he stay on your side. So T-mount's there. If he starts to go back on this mat, my knee just comes back against. If he turns this way, technical mount, which of course can give me the back, if that makes sense. We'd also use it if we were going on the elbow knee escapes. So Carl went to get into the elbow knee. See the way he's bringing his knee underneath my foot? Perfect, to the back step. So anytime he turns onto the side, there's the cursor. He's on the side. I don't want him coming onto this foot, so I'm switching to technical mount. It's the defense against Upa Escape and the elbow knee escape. But we can still hit the Upa Escape if he does go to technical mount. So let's take a look at that. So Carl puts the hand in the collar, I tie it up, which we looked at in week 1. I bring my ear to my shoulder to get that angle, so I'm looking behind me. I know now that I'm doing this bridge off 2 feet and then 1 foot. But not only can Carl post with his hand, he can also post with his foot, so now he's in technical mount. There's no way I can take him that way. But I can bridge him this way, as long as I tie up his left arm. Let's take it back a step. Now watch what Carl has to do with this hand. If he's at one hand in the collar, he needs to put his hand on the mat somewhere in this quadrant between 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock. Okay? His hand will have to go somewhere in that position. Okay? So as I bridge, hand comes in the mat and he's there. So from that position, I just reach up and pull this arm in. Now, if Carl keeps his right foot up, okay, I'll be going this way, and I have the bridge. If he puts his other knee down, okay, so say we're here, okay, I'm starting to get into my bridge. Carl goes to technical mount. Perfect. Okay. Now, if he keeps this foot up, all I'm doing is tying up this arm, if that makes sense. And now, looking over my shoulder, nothing's really changed. Bridging, and then I've got as far as I can using 2 feet, and I'm bridging off my right foot, curling my left hips down. If he drops the second knee to the mat and I tie up both arms, I can go to either side. So from our position, we tie this up. I start to bridge, Carl goes to technical mount, okay? So now I'm looking for that arm. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll make the grip and just tie it up with one arm. Now when I go back onto my mat, I can now go either side, if that makes sense. So you're just tying up the hand to the side you're going to bridge, but obviously you'll bridge them to the side their knee is down. Really the only way to close down the Upa Escape is for your opponent to stand up. Okay? But if he's got 2 knees down or 1 knee up, 1 foot up, 1 knee down, you can hit the Upa. Let's just look at that one more time. So I tie this up, okay? I start to bridge. Carl knows now this is not going to stop him alone. I know in the early days when the Gracies was over, they were into this tying up the foot as well. I mean, that's not wrong, but I don't really do that now, because even if I tie this up and I start to bridge, space will open up and cars should still be able to get into T-mount. So sometimes if you foot around too much at tying this up, you can't get a good bridge. Remember we talked about the bridge, which was 2 feet. Just knee down, bro. Which was 2 feet, and then when I can't get him any further off 2 feet, okay, I'm pushing off my left and curling my right. Sometimes if you're into that tying up a foot, it can kind of take away from your bridge. And tying up a foot won't stop him going to tighten them out. So the drill is, he puts one hand on the collar, I tie this up, okay. When I bridge, he goes to T-mount. Okay, the second he goes to T-mount, I'm looking for that other arm. And then we just take him the other way. Okay.